So annoyingly, the last video cut out because I ran out of space on the old hard drive. Anyway, so more grown-up red. So cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg on top of prunes and plum. So imagine on the nose. Imagine Northern Italian red. Sort of Valpolicella Ripasso, obviously. Or Amarone or Barolo, those kind of, maybe not Barolo, not the Tyrant, forget I said that, that's an idiotic thing to say. But Ripasso, Valpol, Amarone, Barbaresco, those kind of warm, musky, hot flavours and smells. That is rather good. Now I'm fairly concerned about how I'm going to be after this wine because I don't know if you can see that there. That says 14.9% alcohol from something with Pinot Noir in it. So this will be a laugh. So on the palate, ooh, straight away it's kind of red, sweet Morello cherry is the very first thing you get, and then there's loads of pepper, and there's a bit of garrigue kind of greenness. Not spinachy, but it's like a really sort of dark green flavour. That's fabulous. That's okay, so that must be the Pinot Noir that's coming through, that kind of forest floor, vegetal kind of character. Obviously, you get that a little bit with young cabs. The acidity is on point. The tannins are really, really fine, really gentle, but they're undoubtedly there. They're still there in my mouth, and now is when I'm starting to really notice them, and they're chalky and soft, and they just sort of melt across the roof of your mouth. Texture wise, this is the best one I've had from Romania so far. This is by far the most complex and interesting, and it is something that just goes and goes and goes. Even now that the taste is developing, so I'm starting to move towards sort of red plums, black cherry. There's a bit of kind of just a very small hint of like a vanilla roundness and sweetness just on the end. And that alcohol is really well handled. I mean, there's a little bit of warmth here, but it's not uncomfortable. It's not burning in any way. It's just, it's almost 15% alcohol. You're going to get a little bit of kickback. That is a fabulous wine. And it's very pretty as well. I keep saying the lighting and it needs to change, and it does. But that is marvellous. Now that, I believe, comes in at, I think it's 10 quid plus the VAT, so call it 12 quid. I have spent 12 quid on some absolutely gopping wine before. I think that's a bargain, and I think you need to buy it. So gemwines.co.uk, on their sort of home bar across the top of the website, farthest one on the left, I believe, is where you can click to buy the wines. But that is something, I mean, I am doing a wine tasting with some friends of mine in the not too distant future, and I'm deliberately going to do weird and wonderful wines that nobody will have heard of, that they can get from places they might not normally source their wines, that isn't going to break the bank, but is going to be consistently impressive. And that is one that I'm going to put forward. Now I would pair that, because I'm slightly odd and I am one of these people who's very keen on his curried goat. That would go brilliant with curried goat. And any of those kind of dark, rich, meaty, maybe spiced dishes like a fiery chili, because it's got that sweet tang that's going to offset that food really well. But the body's there. I mean, 15% is going to handle those kind of meat juices and that heft and that weight. Beef Wellington, I mean, Pinot Noir goes well with Wellington, so does Cab, so they're both in here, so does Merlot. So that, all of those would work beautifully together. Now that is cracking. I can't explain enough how excited I am to finish the rest of that bottle. So there we are. There's number 4. As I say, if you're still unsure about gem wines, go onto the website and go back to the previous article I wrote. So that there's another video. You'd have to look at my stupid face for that one, and it will tell you a little bit about them and who they are and what they do, and provide you with all the links so you can shoot off and buy some wine. But there we go. So it will be next weekend for the final 2. I'll see you then. Cheers. Ta-da.